To prepare to electroejaculate the bull, he's brought into a confinement area where we utilize ropes to keep the animal from going down on his front legs when we're actually collecting him. We prepare a cone with a test tube or a conical tube to collect the semen, in which we also would provide insulation around it to prevent cold shock during the collection process. We utilize an electroejaculator, where here's an example of the probe, and you can actually see the silver bars which supply the current, which would be placed downward on top of the muscles within the bull's pelvis that would stimulate the contractions to bring semen up. We first manually massage the bull's pelvic area, which the muscles such as the rethalis muscle is present to stimulate the bull to start to get an erection. We can then clean the penis off, and allows us to look for adhesions as well as to make sure the frenulum is straightened out. And then we can wrap the gauze around the penis to where we can utilize it to kind of hold on while we're collecting him. Once the gauze is in place, we can then manually hold the bull, get the free end of the penis, from which you can see the glans penis now on the end, and we'll insert the rectal probe again with those metal bars downward on top of the pelvic muscles, which are just below the rectum itself. So once the probe is in place, we hook up the device which will supply the current to the probe, and we do this in a pulsation sort of method, in which we will stimulate for 2 to 3 seconds, relax 2 or 3 seconds, and continue to repeat this process until the bull starts to actually ejaculate. So here a stimulus is being provided to the bull, stimulating those muscles, and then we would relax that stimulation to allow some of the semen to start to be collected. Here you can see some of the clear fluid coming out during the collection, and we'll keep repeating this process 5 to 10 times in order to get a nice collection from this bull. So here you can see a stimulation for contraction and relaxation, stimulation, and then the current is turned down. And actually this stimulation, if you were to put your hand on the probe, you could not hardly feel a little bit of the stimulation that's coming. The pelvic area is very sensitive, and that's why you see the strong contractions of the bull here. The collector will continue to stimulate that area until he feels he's got a good collection. So here you can see the semen, which we got about 5 mils, a nice chalky white collection, which we got a good collection from this bull, and then we can bring the probe out of the bull after the collection is done. Once the semen is collected, then if we were to process the semen, we know the bull's number. It would stay with the test tube, and here you can see that this collection gave us about